Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought I would just do a little quick intro for this reading vlog. I don't normally do an intro for a reading vlog, but this one's kind of all over the place. So I promise it's still good. It started off as it was just going to be what I read in a week, and I was just going to film what I read in that week, and I was planning on having Out of the Woods in there and The Rebel Witch in there as new releases, as well as the other books that I read. But then I realised that Rebel Witch comes out a week later in the UK than it does in the US, and so I then had to take a break. Okay, we're gonna have to start this up next week. Then I was like, I may as well just keep filming. Yeah, more or less it's just a new releases reading vlog with a few other books that I've read thrown in there. Hi guys, I'm once again coming to you looking like an egg. You know what that means? It means it's time for a reading vlog. So this reading vlog isn't gonna have like a specific book. Well, I guess it kind of does, because I'm starting this reading vlog when Rebel Witch comes out on Tuesday, and I want to include that in my reading vlog. Currently I'm reading Zodiac Academy. I've got like 100 pages left. I want to try and finish it today. Obviously it's the first one, and people do say that the first 4 aren't as good as the rest of them. The men in it are just kind of scary and they're kind of icky. I've never read a dark romance before. I didn't actually know that's what it was. I'm also rereading Fourth Wing because my friend, for my birthday, she dazzled it, also annotated it, so I'm currently rereading that. I'm like maybe just over a third of the way through. Then I'm also listening to the audiobook of Magnolia Park's A Long Way Home. I've read Magnolia Park's and Daisy Hates, and I've done them both on audiobook just because it's not my favourite series in the world. I did prefer Daisy Hates to Magnolia Park's, and then this Magnolia Park's one I definitely am maybe preferring to both of them. I am actually beginning to enjoy it, so I might switch to reading it at some point. Usually are audiobook books that I do want to read, but I know I'm not going to rate more than like a 4-star. It's because I prefer to physically read ones that I know I'm gonna rate highly, or I think I'm gonna rate highly. Yeah, I'm gonna read some more of Zodiac Academy now. I'll let you know if I get to any bits that I want to update you on, or if not, I'll let you know once I've finished and what I think. Also, I'm so glad I'm rereading Fourth Wing, because Onyx Storm has left me in quite a large book slump, I'm not gonna lie. I finished Zodiac Academy. I have no clue what I'm rating that book. Like maybe like a 3-star, because it was good enough for me to want to continue, but I think if no one had told me that it gets better, then it wouldn't be good enough for me to continue. So is it lower than a 3-star? I just found some of the characters to be quite cringy, and I don't know how I'm going to root for a lot of them. I just don't really see where the series is going in a way that I'm going to root and care deeply for the characters. I will continue. I'm intrigued to continue, and the books don't take too long to read because they're quite an easy read, so I will continue at some point. Not straight away, but I will. Do I like any character? Not really. I'm now going to go on to Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. See how many pages it is. I've also got it on my Kindle. Oh, it's only 323 pages. I might read some of my Fourth Wing reread tonight as well. I'll let you know if there's anything I want to update you on, but I'll probably just see you tomorrow now. This is also going to be a non-spoiler reading vlog, because it's not like based on one thing, so I don't want to say it's a spoiler, because then you would have had to read all 3 of the books, or however many books I end up talking about. I'm now going to start Out of the Woods. Amazing Taylor Swift song, so let's hope it's also an amazing book. I don't know if it actually has any reference to Taylor Swift in any way. For my fellow Amy March girls out there, you don't have to be great or nothing. You can just be. Aww. I love when there's an author's note at the front and the author kind of gives like a pre-note to what their book is going to be. That's when you know that they've put a lot of thought into the book. Unfortunately, the pre-word, the author's note at the start, has already made me cry. It's going well. But basically she's just saying that her and her husband got together when they were really young, and she said, "Out of the Woods is my love letter to all of us who met their soulmate before they had the chance to fully meet themselves." She's saying about how her husband's like her best friend. Okay, maybe I'm just tired. Oh my god, guys, it goes between present day and flashbacks. Those are my favourite type of rom-coms or romances. Out of them was 5 stars from me, so this one's even better. That's crazy. Also, I'm really hot, which is why my cheeks are really red. Yeah, I honestly wasn't expecting too much from this book. I just always have kind of lower expectations for second books in series after I've loved the first one so much. I'm like, oh, the next one probably won't be as good. I'm not going to get my hopes up too high. And I'm hoping we get to see a little bit more of Win and Bow as well. Oh! Saying that, Win is literally right on the first page. I started out on a limb, I got about 40 pages in. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's definitely going to be a very emotional, very real romance. But for now, I have stopped reading that and I have gone to my reread of Fourth Wing. I'm currently on page 235. As I said, this is non-spoiler. On page 235, something happens that now that I've read the further books and come back to this one, I'm like, oh, that's what that character was about to say. You have the book to hand and you can go to page 235 and you know what I'm talking about, but obviously I'm not going to spoil it. I'm now on like page 90 of Out of the Woods. I'm loving it. It's so refreshing for a romance because they're already together and then it's having flashbacks to when they were growing up together and like getting together when they were growing up, but they're already together in the present day, and that's where we spend most of our time, and it's quite rare that you find a romance where the couple's already together. The only other one that I can think of is You Deserve Each Other, and that is one of my favourite romances of all time, so clearly I just love that. He also did something, I don't want to spoil anything so I want to make it very vague, but he did something which saved her reading streak on your Kindle, because if you didn't know, on a Kindle you can get a reading streak for every day that you read on your Kindle. I personally don't have one because I switch between reading on my Kindle and reading physical books, but I do have a Duolingo streak. And if anyone ever saved my Duolingo streak, because it's on like 950 days, I would cry. So I really appreciate that. If you don't know what it's about, as I said earlier, they're already together. Flashes back to when they were younger, when they were getting together. And then in the present, they're kind of struggling with issues in their marriage. And so they do woodland retreat hiking thing to kind of come back together and communicate better with each other and all these different things. Guys, something truly crazy has happened, and that is the fact that I look terrible. Okay, please forgive the appearance. I just came back from work. Something truly crazy has happened, and that is I'm listening to the audiobook of Magnolia Parks The Long Way Home. Why am I literally loving it? I'm like 130 pages in. Why is it so good? I really didn't like the first Magnolia Parks like at all. Daisy Hates was a bit better, but I'm still like, don't mind my deodorant's down there. I'm loving this one, and I never thought I'd say that about a Magnolia book as well. Like, maybe I thought I'd give a Daisy book like 4 stars at some point. A Magnolia book? I never thought I'd like Magnolia. Like, I genuinely never thought I'd like Magnolia, and I definitely never thought I'd like BJ. I mean, his name is literally BJ. Here we are. I'm really enjoying it. I've got like 70 pages of Out of the Woods left. Really enjoying that too. Not sure if it's going to be a 5-star, but I am really enjoying it. We've had a bit of a failure. It turns out Rebel Witch does not come out until the 27th of February, which is, I think it might be next Thursday. That's so weird. Normally books come out on Tuesdays. But yeah, I just finished Out of the Woods, so I went to download Rebel Witch and it's not out yet. But I just finished Out of the Woods. I gave it 4-star. I really enjoyed it. It was such refreshing romance. One like unlike any other romance that I've ever read before. I really enjoyed it. As someone who has also met their partner quite young in life. It was about them refinding and reigniting their love for each other instead of just being on and off again miscommunication thing that a lot of rom-coms do. Rebel Witch came out on the 18th in America, I think, and it's coming out next week in the UK, so I am going to include it in this vlog and I am going to do that next week. However, I realised there was another anticipated release I haven't read yet that I could read with you guys, and that is Alice Feeney's new book. So now that is what I've started. I'm on page 70. Not a lot has happened so far, but it's definitely giving... I don't know if it's related to Rock, Paper, Scissors in any way, because I read Rock, Paper, Scissors like 3 years ago now. It's definitely giving the same atmosphere. I kind of find it hard to know how I feel about thrillers until like halfway through when like the plot starts to kick off. It might be kind of a Gone Girl situation, but I'm not sure yet. Magnolia Parks, still absolutely loving it. I feel like there has been an explanation for why they act the way that they do. Because before I was just kind of like, these two are so dramatic about their feelings for each other, but it kind of gets explained, and I feel like maybe you shouldn't write off the Magnolia Park series. I almost wrote off the Magnolia Park series at the first book, and I feel like get halfway through the third one before you decide to write off the series. I know that's quite a lot of pages and quite a lot of book to get through before making the final decision, but trust me, because I was a Magnolia Parks semi-hater, but I understand it now. And I think I'm going to have to reread the first Magnolia Parks book. Update time on Rock, Paper, Scissors? No, Beautiful Ugly. I am about 40 pages away from finishing. It's all kind of coming to the conclusion now. Honestly, nothing's really been that like jaw-droppingly crazy to me yet. I'm sure there is still loads to be revealed. Yeah, it's looking about 3-star right now because I wasn't really that attached to the story. It's been a quick, easy, fun read. And I don't know what book I'm going to read next because Rebel Witch still doesn't come out till Thursday. It's currently Sunday. Okay, I've finished Beautiful Ugly. Definitely isn't the worst thriller book in the world, but definitely not the best. Also, I feel like it's one of those thrillers, it's kind of impossible to guess because information's left out, and I find that kind of annoying when information is left out or it's kind of like a little bit of a lie, and so you're obviously never going to be able to guess the ending. It's the same sort of thing, like this doesn't end paranormal, but it's the same sort of thing as when books end with a paranormal ending. Like obviously you weren't going to guess that, so I think I'm going to give it 2.5. But you know, it was a quick, easy read. It was fun to read, and I always love Alice Feeney's writing and her thrillers, but yeah, this one wasn't my favourite. Ignore the ponytail. I haven't updated in a few days, but that is because I've just chosen a quick book to tide me through until Rebel Witch comes out. So I'm currently reading Half a Soul as well as listening to the Magnolia Parks audiobook and rereading Fourth Wing. But my main book that I've been reading is Half a Soul. It's going really well. It's just a really quick little fantasy book. I like the characters and I've only got like 50 pages left, but yeah, just a little cute quick read. I literally went on my Goodreads and I went on my want to read bit and I filtered it by least pages and I selected the one with the least pages. I'll continue to read later and then I'll finish off Half a Soul, my final thoughts on it, and then we can start Rebel Witch when it comes out tomorrow. Finally, we will have it. After all the trials and tribulations to get here, we are almost at Rebel Witch release day, which was the whole point of this vlog, and it's been like 2 weeks. You don't want to know how long it's been since the last time I filmed a clip. I think it's been maybe like 4 days. I just got absolutely knocked out by an illness, an unknown illness. I had to nap yesterday. I think I've napped once before in my whole entire life because I had such a bad migraine and I thought I was going to throw up, and I don't really know what happened, but I'm feeling alright today. I haven't read anything since Thursday. That is like probably the longest I've gone without reading in years. But I'm back and I actually have read some today. Maybe like 40 pages today, but at least I've read some. And I'm now on page 100 and something of Rebel Witch. I don't think I've even updated you since I started Rebel Witch, but it's going well. A fun little fantasy book. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy plot-wise. I think it's just going to be more focused on the romance and more of a fun romantasy. That's kind of what I was expecting and I'm enjoying it, and I didn't realise it was a duology. I thought there would be more after this, but apparently it's only 2. See what conclusion we come to at the end, but yeah, currently I'm only like 30% of the way through, so I've almost finished Magnolia Parks. It's going really well at the moment. Like, characters are making big grown-up decisions and they're actually making well-informed, good decisions, but I have seen online that the ending is a shocker. Probably someone's going to make a very dumb decision and it's all going to go bad again. But for now, it's all good. I think I've got like 50 pages left. And then I've almost finished my Fourth Wing reread as well. I'm going to continue reading Rebel Witch now and I'll give you some updates and we'll see how it goes, and hopefully this illness has left my body. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Gideon is kind of annoying me. Now, why is he flirting with another girl? Like, I know this is a non-spoiler and this isn't a spoiler, but like, why are we entertaining another girl? But then he just did something kind of slay. He's redeeming himself. I'm just saying that he kind of annoyed me a little bit. He went from annoying to slay in a couple of seconds, so I didn't have time to update you in between. Never mind, he's just annoyed me again. This is why I love doing spoiler vlogs, because I'd be able to tell you what was happening. I actually feel a little bit sick. I had mascara on today and I didn't take it off properly, so I feel like I look like I've got like eyeliner on my lower lash line, and I've also got a bite here and it looks like I've been punched in the face. Promise I haven't. But I am about halfway through Crimson Moth, Rebel Witch now, and it's so good. It took a little bit of time to get into it. I think I wasn't completely into it for the first like 20-ish%, but now I am fully invested in the story. Okay guys, it just got extremely dramatic, but it's now all coming to an end, coming to a conclusion. So I've literally got like 30 pages left, so I'm going to finish it now. I'm seeing Gracie Abrams tomorrow, so I'm going to really try and finish this book tonight, because I'm probably not going to get around to reading much tomorrow. Okay, I've just finished and it was so good. Granted, it was very predictable. It wasn't like the most in-depth fantasy in the world. There wasn't anything that like couldn't be predicted and was like an absolute shock. So I'm only going to give it 4 stars, but other than that, it was so good and it was such a fun time. I really, really, really love Gideon as the main character. I think he is a great male main character, and I love Rune as well. She's also a great female main character. And when I love both female and male main characters the same, that's when I know they're good characters and it's a good romance. Side characters as well. The whole journey that they all went on, it was fast-paced, it was interesting, and I really did enjoy it. But yeah, as I said, it wasn't the most shocking. Just coming in here now to end off the reading vlog, but I may as well, as I did an intro, do an outro. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe down below and turn notifications on. You'll be notified every time I upload. If you want to, you can follow my Instagram and TikTok at _libraryofeden, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Bye!